Men are going crazy online around should they be approaching or not? Do men fear being called creepy or not? Like, the list goes on.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and today we've got a video for you from Topic Tension, taking a look at women getting worried now that millions of men have gotten comfortable being single. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments, and let's jump right into the video.
I don't think men like women anymore. I don't think that men desire us women anymore. Us real women. I don't think that they value us like they used to. Men aren't really putting out effort. They're not putting out any type of effort like they used to. Taking a girl on a date becomes an issue. You know, spending money on a woman is an issue. You should have your own money as a woman. But I see women all over the globe complain about what's happening with men nowadays.
Notice how she never once asks whether the effort stopped because of how it was received. Men did not wake up one day and quit randomly. They got tired of doing the work for someone who treated all of it as the bare minimum, so they stopped paying into an account that only ever charged them. It is that simple.
Is it women that's not making themselves desirable anymore? Because there are beautiful women out here. Beautiful women, ambitious women, caring women, nurturing women, who are outside looking for love, and men that just can't keep up with that. Like, they're not communicating with them, they're not willing to hang out and do fun things. Where are y'all? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Where are you guys? Where are you? Where do you guys exist?
She gets closer to the answer than she realizes, and then she talks herself right back out of it. Those men are not missing. They have just stopped lining up for a role that asks everything and respects absolutely nothing.
Can I just say it's extremely frustrating that no one talks to each other on the street anymore. I just walked out of Whole Foods. There was a guy I was staring at while shopping, and he was staring at me. I was clearly interested in him, giving him all the signs, and he still didn't approach me. But, like, I also didn't approach him, and what does that say about me? I guess I have to be that person in this modern day because men don't pursue women anymore. Like, I just want to be pursued, and I guess I am part of the problem.
I find it funny how women make videos like this saying, well, I gave the man every opportunity to pursue, but they fail to realize that there's actually not a lot of incentive for men to pursue them these days. A lot of guys understand false accusations are very real, women trying to humiliate you is very real, and a lot of guys have just said no thank you.
Did you know that 78% of men don't approach women anymore? Here's why that's your advantage. Fear of rejection, fear of looking desperate or awkward, which means if you're the one guy who walks up, introduces himself, and can hold a conversation, you're not competing with anyone. So no, hot girls are not used to being approached. In fact, they are waiting on it.
This is some pretty hilarious framing, okay? So there's a reason, obviously, why men don't approach, and her logic is, well, this actually makes it better for the remaining men who choose to. But at the end of the day, if men are not approaching, there is a reason why, and those guys who are still willing to are going to figure out very damn quickly what the reason is.
All I want to know is where are the blue-collar men when they're not at work? Because they're rarely at the bar, they're not on Hinge, like, I can't find them anywhere. Sometimes at Buffalo Chip, but that's about it.
Women who ask where are all of the blue-collar men are absolutely telling on themselves. They just want somebody who will essentially function as a worker for them. So you can go out there, you can work hard, you can make money, you can work on the projects that she wants you to do, and obviously you will get very little in return. These women essentially want workhorses. They don't actually care about the man.
Why American men don't want to date American women anymore. A little disclaimer, I do live in the US for the past 7 years. 1. Some American men feel that American women are very entitled. They feel that many American women expect a partner who fit a specific ideal. He has to be smart, attractive, successful, fit. They believe that many American women have unrealistic expectations. They expect their partners to do everything, and they expect their partners to put their needs above their own. Two, because of the rise of radical feminism, there is a loss of femininity among American women, and they even started to adopt some masculine traits.
I can agree with what a lot of this woman is saying here. Like, at the end of the day, dudes are just done with the entitlement. They're done with the unrealistic expectations. And of course, there's many more reasons. So, at the end of the day, I think she's pretty on point here.
3, opportunistic behavior. A big percentage of divorces are initiated by women, and usually it's because they prioritize their career and personal growth over their family life. And a lot of men also express some frustration because they feel that there is a lack of commitment and loyalty among American women. And that is why a lot of American men are now dating non-American women, because they believe that non-American women tend to prioritize mutual respect, shared values, and commitment.
This is the part that gets a lot of women really pissed off, but the numbers behind it are not just made up random nonsense, okay? When most divorces are filed by women and women benefit from them by robbing the men, a lot of guys will do the math and say no thank you.
Men, I'm just so very sad. I'm laughing, but I'm sad. The amount of men who have commented and said they absolutely will not approach a woman anymore is so sad. The reasoning behind it is so kind of all over the place. A lot of men don't want to deal with potential rejection. They say how rude some women can be, like if they just are trying to pay a compliment and a woman's like, I guess, has an attitude with them. But at the same time, I'm like, well, how are you complimenting her? Because if it's offensive, then kind of understand. But if it's just a, hey, hello, nice to see you, how's your day? There's no reason to be rude. But at the same time, women are almost conditioned to think any man who steps to them is going to do something that's off kilter. What do we do? Because a lot of us women still look for the chivalrous man, and the chivalrous man is scared to come to the lady who would accept chivalry. I don't know what to do.
The only reason why, by the way, these women think it's sad at the end of the day is because they're not getting the attention and the validation and the benefits from men approaching them. Like, let's be real, guys. A lot of the women don't actually care about, the men and where they might be at personally. What they care about is continuing to receive the options that men were giving to them.
So I saw this interview of a guy asking a girl what she brings to the table, and her response is exactly why men are tired of dating. She basically said she doesn't have to bring anything to the table and got offended that he even asked her that question. This entitled mindset is why men are walking away from dating. Here's what I realized. Men have been taught since birth how to treat women, but we as women are taught our entire lives how to be treated by a man, not how to treat a man. And then we wonder why men are walking away from dating altogether. Men are expected to have money, a career, a car, a house, emotional intelligence, leadership skills.
This is another one of those examples where women tell on themselves, by the way, guys. Like, any woman who gets offended at the question, what do you bring to the table, is obviously just answering the question, and the answer is essentially nothing.
The ability to provide and protect. But when they ask what women bring, suddenly that's offensive. Meanwhile, men are working on themselves, building their careers, focusing on their fitness and finances, learning how to be a better partner. And what are women doing? Complaining that there are no good men while refusing to become good women. And then we act shocked when men choose to focus on themselves instead of dealing with entitled, demanding women who offer nothing but expect everything. This is why men are going their own way. This is why they're choosing peace over relationships.
This woman kind of hit the nail on the head here. A lot of guys are self-improving, and to be honest, I think men should just be doing it for themselves. But that point aside there, a lot of women don't actually improve themselves in any way, and then they say, where are all the good men, even though men have no reason to actually commit to them.
Men are going crazy online around should they be approaching or not, do men fear being called creepy or not, like the list goes on. And what makes me really sad to see is how a lot of people let uncomfortable things in life harden them. They let rejection specifically harden them. And there's this now wave of men online and probably in real life that just deeply hate women because maybe a woman has hurt them in the past, rejected them, and they've taken that so to heart, and maybe it has happened multiple times, that they then have created this narrative that all women are the devil and women do not want men to approach. And it makes me sad for two reasons. Reason one is that
it's interesting how a lot of these videos always circle back to like, oh, who hurt you? And men are just bitter and angry. When the truth is, I think a lot of guys are just done, you know, particularly the older men. They just either leave the country or they just choose to stop engaging with modern women altogether. I don't think dudes are really that bitter. I think a lot of guys are simply just done with the whole thing.
there are probably a lot of women who are not letting down guys gracefully, and so it reinforces this narrative, especially for very insecure men. And number two, the men that are just struggling in silence are turning to hatred and really negative emotion to kind of weaponize women. And that's not healthy either. So I am hopeful that we can build a better society moving forward by talking about this. But at the same time, no matter how many people are online talking about these topics, like nothing's actually going to change unless people start to listen and behave different.
This woman is making a bit of sense here, and this is something I've said in videos before, right? But if women are out here just brutally rejecting men and treating them like absolute trash, then you can't be surprised when men stop trying to actually try with women anymore, because why on earth would you risk rejection for that kind of treatment? If you would like to get early access to videos, weekly lectures, and case study breakdowns of human behavior, make sure you check out the members area link below in the video description. Otherwise, make sure to click on one of these videos on screen now if you enjoyed. Make sure you take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.